Greetings and welcome everybody to the new IMUNE 365 Healthy by Choice lecture series. And we've been firing it up over the last couple of weeks, about 5 weeks, where we've been introducing the new time crystal device, the piezo time crystal device, one of its kind, one of the only one of its kind in the world, and quite frankly, many years ahead of its time and ahead of anything close to it. So we are the pioneers. We've been doing complimentary training on these live webinars where we've been pioneering ourselves as well in terms of the use of this device as a healing device, a medical healing device. And there are always many practitioners that join us that are actually using these devices with their in their practices, with their patients, with their clients. There are many business people using these devices to think clearly, live productively. There are many educators using these devices as well, also to think clearly, live productively. There are people who are using these devices to clear emotional baggage. What do I mean by that? All the baggage, the negativity, the old paradigm stuff that we've been carrying for so long. The same story we've been telling everybody for so long, that's literally downward spiraling us and taking our life force, taking our energy, and not really doing anything to support us and taking us into the new paradigm as humanity shifts, as we're doing today. And as a practitioner, I'm seeing lots of people, and I'm sure many of you are going to share this with me too, who are in a lot of fear, who are undergoing a lot of stress because of the changes that need to happen. Changes in home, changes in relationships, changes in environment, changes in job, changes in their academic world, changes in the financial world. And lots and lots of disruption has been caused, lots of chaos, and lots of deception and lies, which we've talked about many times as well. And all of this is good because it creates an intense amount of chaos. And out of the chaos, we know, because we deal with quantum field, we get a reordering and a repatterning. And the reordering and the repatterning is then the next upward new paradigm shift. So in order to create this shift, there is universal chaos, and the same thing happens in nature as well. We get a massive chaos being created, the reordering, the repatterning, and then the new quantum field comes in, which is the much higher vibration and newer paradigm shift. So there's no way that anybody is going to escape this. We are all together. We came with the Big Bang entwinement, entanglement. Our particles all resonate with each other, whether we like it or not. So we're in this space together, and we need to work towards the bigger shifts. We have lots of things helping us too. We have solar energy. We have Sherman resonances. We have earthquakes. We have the sun, as I said, the sun shifting and changing. And as these wavelengths all change us, our DNA shifts as well. So it's a very positive time, actually, and a time that we've looked forward to a long time as a humanity, because we live in a continuum, a long continuum from the very beginning, which has I don't know if it has an end, but it's a continuum, and life is a continuum. And these the time now on the planet is right here and now, and where we are on this continuum, and what's happening right now that's going to shape the future of as we move down the continuum, put it that way. And we're very lucky about that, and we can collectively bring in all what we've learned in the past, all the experiences, all the golden gifts, and then move into the newer dimension, the newer paradigm, the newer quantum spin. But in order to do that, we do need to shift the baggage, the old paradigm, the old way of thinking, the old emotional space, and surrender and give up to many of this entrapment, and create that freedom, the abundance, the infinity, which Professor Deirdre Dubonnet always speaks about. It's there, and you find it also in Ho'oponopono and many other be them ancient it's right, because these philosophies, these teachings, and truths will be around forever anyway. So when you're living in the quantum field, which we all do, and the plants and the animals and the soil and the interconnectedness, the cosmos, we're all in this quantum spin. And, the health of the individual is related to the health of that spin and the life force that comes out of it. So we now have a device which enhances and potentiates a scalar wave field around us in a sustained way. So we have sustained life force, we have sustained energy, and we have the ability to be protected, whereby a sustained scalar wave 24/7 can throw off negative aberrant forces as they present, be they physical, neurological, emotional, spiritual, toxic, parasitic, energetic forces, and assist us to balance the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system so that all the organs and systems of the body operate properly, work perfectly, and are in order. And when chaos presents, there's a shift and a reordering, and a shift, a repatterning, and an ordering. So we never really stop the shifting and the reordering and the repatterning, because that is a destiny thing. We're going to keep doing that, keep perfecting, keep reaching to higher levels, infinity. So we really welcome this. We really welcome something like this device, because, as I said to you, to be protected by a 24/7 scalar wave torsion field with life force feeding through you permanently, it's a goal. It's an ideal. It's something that I don't think any one of us here today thought would be perfectly possible. And not only that, the healing results that we are seeing from this device. I'm seeing spontaneous healing. I'm seeing things happening in 2 weeks that would normally take 2 months or more, literally in front of me. And many other practitioners will testify the same, and many clients will come and tell us of the speeding up of the shifting. Emotional, as the chakras realign, they have to, because the chakras are in a quantum spin. The organs, the lungs, the liver, the heart, the brain is in a chakra, in a spiral spin, a scalar wave. The DNA itself is in a scalar wave. The human genome, the little genes, the little foci are all spinning in a scalar wave. So you can imagine when this is realigned 24/7. And you will notice it, because when you first use the device, when you first put it on you or near you, depending on your intensity fields and capacity, you will notice the realignment. It feels like a normal detox, a detox feeling, a kind of a disorientation, and then everything starts clicking in, and then it just magnifies and magnifies and potentiates, which has a massive effect in, as I said, our thinking clearly and our living productively. And this clarity of thought is really what's needed right now. It's an absolute gift, and further enhanced by our dreaming and our capacity to dream. And people have told me stories, and we have lots of testimonials now. We have well over 50 people who have can testify to the healing efficacy of this device and the thinking clearly and so on, revealed their dreams to us. And me personally too, had a look at the future in bright, clear daylight visual, meaningful. Sometimes you don't always get the meaning, but you can piece it together afterwards as well. So we're getting these real vivid dreams, these real dreams of reality, showing us the future, showing us the way. This is what we need right now. Clients are coming in confused, stressed, hypoadrenia, lymphatic blocked, protein not digesting, fat not digesting, full of parasites, full of toxins, low energy fields, low vitality, low life force. They're telling us they can't think clearly. They get confused, confusion, hesitation the whole time. So we now have something at our disposal It's going to clear the way for us. Somebody said it's like putting on a pair of glasses if your vision's a little bit off, and you suddenly see the crispness of the leaves. You see the strains of the grass. You see clearly. It's as different as that. It's the difference between night and day. That's how different it is the minute you hold something like this. So we are seeing people with respiratory problems clearing. We're seeing people with things like Lyme's disease, with spirochetes and so on, clearing as evidence using the quantum skioeductor QUEX as evidence by using a microscope physically, lab tests. So people being energized, the energy fields rising, measurable, using FDA-approved, validated and verified devices, evidence-based medicine, feedback from clients at the same time. They look, I've got an 85-year-old client who's looking 65. The skin completely reformed, almost like a metamorphosis. So the old skin left and a new skin regrew. People who, as I say, are realigning their chakras and going through lots of turmoil. And because they got the device, they're able to shift through quicker because the spiral's happening quicker, the speed of the atoms spinning around whichever chakra it might be, opening up portals. The piezoelectric microcrystals in the pineal gland get activated immediately. The battery gets recharged. So all of this is about electron spin. It's about atoms. It's about life force. It's about charging the batteries of the body. And all the organs have piezoelectric crystals in them. They all need to be recharged. So you wear a device like this. You put it next to your bed. You hand it over to people, children that you're with, animals, the plants, the vegetables. I'm putting mine in the vegetable patch now, and I'm seeing what's happening. I'm looking at the growth of the plants versus a control vegetable patch as well, and seeing what's literally happening in front of me. And I'm seeing miracles. I'm seeing big shifts in the sizes of the leaves of the plants and the strength of the plants. I haven't yet done a refractometer reading on that, but that will sure give me the strength of the photosynthesis that's occurring. So the more glucose that the plant is producing, the higher the Brix reading will be on the refractometer, indicating to me that plant has a higher life force, a higher energy. And we're seeing that higher energy on the skios. We've seen radiation protection as well, huge, significant drops in 1 to 2 weeks in people's reactance to the quantum devices for all sorts of megahertzes and radiation frequencies. And, you know, nuclear radiation, or any kind of radiation frequency is very, very hard on the body. It's hard on the cells. It's, you know, it's an intense spike wave. And any of you who want to know more about that, go to either Desiree's YouTube or my Jane McKenzie YouTube, and we talk a lot about radiation and natural biological wavelengths versus as I say, these very toxic wavelengths, be they very flat and long, or be they very short and spiky, all dangerous to the human body. You know, we need to be around about 10 megahertz. So we now have this device, as I said, that's showing us a maximized healing potential. It is now a healing device because we have numerous case studies showing this. Some of it's very subtle and some of it's very marked. So getting back to your dreaming, we can have, as I say, this very vivid dream about and premonition about the future. Equally so, we can go relive an old past memory in a dream form and recreate it, change it, repattern that chaos, coming out of that environment, that situation, the incident, far more equipped to take future steps forward, higher steps, high vibrational steps forward, and leave behind the apparent wrong decision at that time and make new decisions based on that. So we are, if you like, filling our toolkit with more and more and more real-time, here and now, grounded energy to make our decisions, to live productively, to think clearly on all levels. So it's for babies, it's for children, adults, elderly. You can decide, you can wear it all day, you can wear it 8 hours a day, whatever you feel is right for you, and you can use it on the various chakra points to open up the portals, as I say, and to get the spin happening, to clear your meridians. And it's all about raised life force and raised battery of the body, the electromagnetic battery. So in the past, we've seen many how-to videos, how it works, what it is. I've explained quite a bit about the scalar wave, the quantum field, the morphogenic field, from where we come. So the morphogenic field is the quantum field, and it's where we live. It's where the plants and the animals live. And we've explained life force. So similarly prana, similarly chi energy, it's the same. And it's brought about by the scalar wave. Your breathing, when you take a breath in, there is a golden spiral mean that goes all the way down your spine. When you breathe out, there's a golden spiral mean that's coming up the spine. So the spinal energy is key to your scalar wave, because that is the torsion field, that is the core. That indicates the importance of breath. So we get the scalar wave around us in the torsion field, with the spiral going down the spine and coming up the spine. So that's going to be even more meaningful to you from a physical body point of view as to what's happening. And, you know, those are the successes of things like yoga and Tai Chi and so on, because you are resetting that scalar wave. So any quantum practitioner, medical practitioner, knows about the scalar energy. They know about life force. They know about a sustained scalar wave and life force. Because that's our ultimate, that's what we're aiming, whether it's photons from the sunlight, oxygen, you know, spring water, nature, earthing, grounding, bee pollen, royal jelly, propolis, blue-green algae, chlorella, spirulina, reishi, chaga, lion's mane, maitake, cordyceps, whether it's organically sprouts, whether it's organically grown, seeds, nuts, fruits. They've all got structured water. They have almost gold inside them. And all of this is going to recreate and further develop the scalar wave together with the potentiation of the device and the protection of the device. So this is how we can really scale ourselves up, if you like, you know, pun intended, to a much higher level. And using, you know, the higher level of the soul as opposed to the lower astral level, which is stuck with anger, fear, you know, envy, greed, sadness. Elevate ourselves out of that space and live on a much higher soul level. You know, feeding into your higher being, your higher self as well. And together with that, your purpose becomes very, very much clearer. The order in your day, the calmness, the balance, and that's reported by everybody, whether you're traveling, whether you're sitting at your desk, whether you're relaxing, whether you're sleeping, whether you're dreaming. So these are the huge benefits, grounded, measured, validated, verified, that people are experiencing right now. So we have a really marvelous website, the 365 Healthy by Choice website. I'm going to just see if I can share it. Where is it sitting? Let me just go here. Oh, there we go. So here you have how to buy the device now. And we've got a couple of options which will really suit anyone's needs. So we have the website, and that's at www.365healthybychoiceshop.com. I'm going to put that in the chat in a moment. And that takes you straight to the home page and takes you straight to the global shop and all the quantum life force nutrients, radiation devices, time crystal pendants and things that we have. So you basically, I just want to show you, you can buy in any currency you wish. Most people buy in dollars, and you can select which currency you want to purchase in. So let's just select the dollars so that we, there we go. So now we're in dollars. All right. So we will come down here. I'll just show you some other things if you want to have a look at, you know, further products that are nature made, designed by nature. The DNA is intact, the intelligence of the plant is intact, and the quantum spin is intact. So plant-based natural products that haven't been in any way interfered with are full of life force. They are full of almost gold. Almost gold is one of the flagship nutrients of 365 Healthy by Choice. And it creates a scalar wave in the quantum field. So these nutrients and immune boosting products and detox products and oils and minerals that you see over there are all geared towards supporting the use of our now final piece, which brings this last piece of the jigsaw puzzle into play. So you click on there straight away and you come to the landing page for the piezoelectric time crystal. And you know, I've put there, feel powerfully present, because there's too many things that are ready to knock us flat, sideswipe us. And people have reported that and documented in testimonials that with this pendant, the time crystal device, people feel powerfully present. And that's really what we want. We want to bring in the courage, as I said, the love, the compassion for all, the empathy. It's not about us and them. It's about global compassion. And then we have some information. Now, first of all, we have the video on the history of orgonite. And I can always play that. But talking about planet Earth energy, and as we learn to act in time and space, we all have the ability to perceive beyond the present moment into the future and the past using premonitions and natural causality, as I've said already. And how do we increase this ability? And that is the piezo time crystal device. So there's lots of words and things for this, but as I said before when I started, nothing exactly like this at all. So let's not get caught into that debate. And then we have another video looking at retrocausality. And Professor Desiree Dubonet's been doing an excellent job at producing the training videos. So there are on the 365, well, the Jane McKenzie 365 YouTube channel. And it's important to go to that channel because you get the narrative, you get the talk, you get the feedback, and you get the questions being answered. So this is really just enhancing a basic instinct of ours to have the future premonitions and go back to the past along this continuum of life that we live in. And when I talked about the breath coming down the spine, and then the spiral, when you breathe out, going up the spine, that is equivalent to yin and yang. And it took me quite a long time to really, really ground and conceptualize yin and yang, but I get it now completely. So that breath in, the energy, spinal energy spirals downwards. That's the yin, right? And then when you're breathing out, you'll get the yang, you'll get the opposite. So that is what we're doing with the scalar, where we're on enhancing the yin and the yang, the two golden means. It's just beautiful. So we are able to experience an expanded dimension of time and space, way beyond anything Einstein even understood. So again, Professor Desiree Dubonet has rewritten time and space and infinity, and really the morphogenic field. So there's a whole lot of information here about entwinement and so on, and life forces and non-life forces. So non-life forces would be sickness, illness, toxicity, parasite invasion, fear, sadness, anger, greed, envy, all with a negative spin, diseases, all with a negative spin, the wrong spin completely, because we get a left and a right and a positive and a negative. So you get on the ground to get your spin sorted out in the sunshine. You know, you eat organic foods and you think good thoughts, because all of that is going to get us to respin. The blue-green algae, the ormus, the medicinal mushrooms, right, we'll get the spin right together, potentiated with the time crystal device. So we have a healing device that is very, very powerful. It's got a 300-year battery. It's not likely to go flat. And also it's got an orgonite field inside with it's got its own properties, because Professor Desiree has done extra things and put in the missing links what normal orgonite doesn't carry. So it's a free energy space. And there's a picture on the a video also on the history of orgonite. So we're going to be making less stupid decisions and more intelligent decisions, saving time, being more productive. We're going to be looking at research on groups and the non-verbal interaction and the heightening awareness of this non-verbal interaction. And I really look forward to those results coming through as well. And, you know, where the group can attain collectively a much higher life force, a much higher frequency. And, you know, then looking at the biological interface, the healing aspects, and the anti-aging and the rejuvenation, you know, and the living at a high life force 24/7. And your sleep is just so beautiful, you know, so restoring. And then the immune system is enhanced and empowered. And the detoxification is so much more strong and effective. And your absorption of nutrients, and as I said, the digestion, the elimination, the circulation, all the parasympathetic nervous system functions and systems happen more naturally and more easily because we're more calm. The release of hormones, you know, the reduction of stress in the nervous system, and the utilization of oxygen and water by the body, and the functioning of the brain and all the organs and so on. So we're talking about a healing energetic field. So you can buy your pendant. All right, it fluctuates a little bit with the dollar. The price is $5.45. And then you can also join us from a business perspective as an affiliate or a practitioner. And on the site here, you fill in the form and you will get an automatic link, which is yours. And you would then, as an affiliate, use something like the landing page, the information that we give you, the training videos that are available, to then go and assist other people also live in a potentiated scalar wave, high energy, high life force field, and think clearly and live productively, basically, and make good, clear decisions. So that is our affiliation platform. Also for the 365 Healthy by Choice products, there's a different percentage on the products versus the actual pendants. So just so that you know that, and then the payouts are based on the different percentages of the products versus the time crystal devices. And you can also join as a practitioner and distributor, and you can buy bulk, 10, 15, 20, 25, 100, 250, 500, 1,000 devices at a time, and then distribute it. And that to be a distributor, you would need to be approved by Professor Desi and the team. And then you qualify as a distributor, and you would then need to be really trained by us, which we offer that training too. So the practitioner can use it every day in their practices and order a few, let's say 10 or 20 to sell to clients coming in and out. A distributor would order probably even more bulk. And of course, the more you earn, the higher the discounted price you pay. So That's quite nice and very important. So we have that, the business to business option as well. And then you enter and you would register straight away. So I just thought that I would show you the landing page for those of you who haven't been to the 365 Healthy by Choice platform. Go there, immerse yourself in the information, learn more. See the other platforms on Almost Gold and the medicinal mushrooms and bee pollens and products like that with real, true nature-made life force, because that's what Almost really is, and it's also in the morphogenic field. All right, it's life force. It's what's in spring water that enables it to rise up against gravity and come out at the top of a hill. Tree sap contains Almost, which enables it to rise up again against gravity and get to the very top of a very tall tree. So it's all, Almost is all in the scalar wave, and the products are all have Almost, which are all in the scalar wave, natural scalar wave. Nothing's been distorted. So when the natural products are received by a human body or plant or animal, the innate potential to heal kicks in because the body can read that frequency straight away. Right. So that's what we also use in the quantum devices is the trivector electromagnetic reactance frequencies that have been captured by the QQC machine that we read when we doing the calibration and the test on patients. And based on that, based on the reactance to disease and the reactance to certain foods and nutrients, you'll get all that information back. So we're talking about, and welcome to quantum medicine in its true sense. All right, where we're working with nutrition on a much, much, much higher level. So you can come here, you can have a look around, and you can, as I say, go and have a look at the time crystal device. Right, are there any questions so far? Always an honor to have all of you here and listening. And if there are any questions, that's great. But just to say that we are and will always be an energetic field. You know that there are going to be knocks and shifts and opportunities to raise your life force, opportunities to heal, and we need to be in a position where we can stand back and observe. With something as sophisticated as this, we are able to witness what's happening without emotion, non-judgmental awareness, and take the gift and the learning out of a situation. We're able to work it out far more clearly, right? Because we're living on a much higher soul level. So, I really, you know, given a lot out this evening about really what we have, really what we're doing here, what gift we have. And we need to take this whole lot out to the world and share and detox and cleanse and purify. So that's what it's about. Okay. I'm going to put the website address in here for you. So this is all just waiting for people. I'll put in the so you go to the main page, and then you can navigate around that. And it's up to us because I asked, I received, we got what we needed, and it's up to us now to literally take this out because, you know, it's all very well knowing about it, but if you don't do anything, there's probably a bit of karma associated with that too. So Daisy also did say, speaking about karma, those people that, you know, really are in need of use a device like this or whatever need to put their case forward in writing and let her validate it and evaluate it. And on a merit basis, she would work out, a calmer arrangement with people. It's going to be you're going to need to illustrate how you're going to give back, what nice things you're going to be doing to people in the world. That's what she wants. That's all she really does want. She wants to see what you're going to be doing with the device and going forward. So absolutely wonderful to be operating at such a high energy field, high frequency, and to bring this beautiful life force in such a grounded, beautiful way. And where all the truths across the wise sages of the world and the dimensions and the ages just tie up. Right here and now, we're alive, we're experiencing it. Okay. With that, I'm going to end today, and I urge all of you to go and have a look at the Jane McKenzie YouTube site, where we've got loads of immune training, loads of Jane Live Miracle Medicine live case studies. But in particular, the last sort of 5 weeks, we have the training videos and the narrative that goes with it. So it's been an absolute pleasure and honor to be sharing time with all of you again. And always lovely, lovely, lovely to see you all. Those of you who have received devices, look, some people have bought 3, 4, and 5 already, and they've used them in the family and they've used them in their practices and so on. Give us feedback, because this forms part of, our valid testimonial database. So very, very important to do that. And if your new device does, when it arrives, don't be, as I said, alarmed, because you can feel a little bit disorientated as the scalar waves and the spin and everything and the detox starts happening, in synchronously, because that's what happens, and we're not in control of that. If it's too intense, take the device off, put it back again. I mean, we've seen amazing things. I've told you as well. I mean, the brain amplitude, the neurotransmission from the brain was 3 out of 100. And in 2.5 days, it picked up to 63. A week later, 76 out of 100. And it was stuck on 3. It wasn't budging. That's amazing. That is unbelievable to recharge your body like that. I'm only talking about one reading. There's obviously other electromagnetic readings too. The results are really, really amazing. Well, Jürgen, your question, if we can go beyond space and time, would that not be the ultimate solution? Well, yes, it is, because if we can, I think the word is transgress or transcend beyond time and space as we know it here. We are living in the infinite infinity. We are living in the morphogenic field. We are living in much higher dimensional space, if you like. So, yes, indeed. And we have it right here and now. And this is the most exciting thing about everything. We have it. It's not maybe and when and we're waiting for, and all the wires here and all LED lights are here and all this. We have it. It's here to stay. And there's going to be, more and more and more development on this space. So, I congratulate everybody where it's resonated, where we've come and bought without hesitation and reaped the benefits immediately. Okay, thank you so much. See you next week. Tomorrow's Thursday. There's the Jane Live Miracle Medicine. You can hear more of the case studies using the piezoelectric time crystal, using almost containing life force, nature-made, quantum-based, plant-based nutrients as medicine. Okay. Thank you, guys.